The moment you first open your eyes in the morning is probably the most risky 5 minutes of your life. When you read this sentence, you may think, this is too exaggerated. But I promise you this, with the knowledge and perspective you'll gain, you'll look at your morning bed-leaving habit in a completely different light. You'll discover an important truth about your own health that people around you, and even most specialist doctors, haven't brought to your attention. This is not information that has remained hidden in little-known medical journals. This is a well-known fact among cardiologists, vascular surgeons, and emergency medicine specialists, and it is consistently confirmed by statistics. Unfortunately, this issue is not adequately addressed in discussions about morning routines, health programs, or doctor recommendations. Because this information serves no commercial purpose. It is not limited to promoting a single drug and does not turn into any kind of promotional campaign. This information is completely free and offered at zero cost. And from this point on, you have the opportunity to make a change that you can implement in your life. I am Dr. Murat Yildiz. On this channel, we present medical information in a language that you can adapt to your daily life. If you learned something new during this video, I have only one request from you: please click the like button. This simple action helps the video reach a wider audience. When discussing heart attack prevention, reaching more individuals has a life-saving impact. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now, I would like to present you with a striking statistic. Let this figure sink in. More than 40% of heart attacks occurring worldwide occur between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. To say it's 40% means this situation isn't entirely a coincidence. It's a pattern. Behind this pattern is a very clear mechanism that can be explained through a deep understanding of the biological changes your body experiences when waking up in the morning. Although most people associate a heart attack with a stressful situation, a heated argument, or intense physical activity, this is not typically the case. It usually manifests with a silent onset, occurring while getting out of bed, taking a bath, or reaching for a coffee cup. If you are over 60 years old, this risk becomes even more pronounced. So, what is the reason for this situation? During sleep, your body functions in a very different way. The heart rate and blood pressure decrease, and the stress hormone cortisol reaches its lowest level. The body enters repair mode, conserves energy, and rests. However, when morning comes, this transition from resting mode to waking up becomes a quite challenging process for your body, especially for those aged 60 and above. When you wake up in the morning, many things change rapidly in your body. Cortisol levels spike suddenly. In the early morning hours, this hormone reaches its peak level. It accelerates your heart rate, raises blood pressure, and constricts your blood vessels. Adrenaline also kicks in, your body prepares itself for the fight or flight response, and your heart begins to beat faster. Over time, as your blood vessels constrict, blood pressure gradually rises to critical levels. During this period, the blood becomes thicker and more viscous. If you haven't consumed enough water while sleeping, your blood will be at its thickest consistency in the morning, which increases the risk of clotting. Platelet activity also reaches its peak. These cells, which play a role in blood clotting, are highly active in the morning hours. Consequently, the likelihood of clot formation is much higher during this time compared to other parts of the day. And in the midst of this biological storm, millions of people make the same mistake every day. The alarm goes off, eyes open, and suddenly, without any preparation, they leap out of bed. This is an extremely heavy burden on your heart. What's your habits and how you waking up in the morning? When the alarm sounds, how fast are you moving? Share your thoughts with me. I'm reading and responding to each comment personally. In today's video, I will explain the 5 steps you should take in the first 5 minutes after waking up in the morning. These steps will help you better manage that critical biological process. By reducing the sudden stress, they will lower the risk of blood clots and provide your heart with the optimal start for the day. The first step really surprised me. It's extremely simple, costs nothing, and only takes 60 seconds to implement. According to data from the European Society of Cardiology, it can reduce the risk of morning heart attacks by 27%. Now, let's start with the first step. 1. Phase. When you open your eyes, don't take immediate action, wait 60 seconds. This is perhaps the easiest seeming step, yet the one least frequently followed. When the alarm clock rings or when you open your eyes yourself, you must remain motionless in bed for 1 minute. Your body has been in the horizontal position for an extended period during this time. In this case, your blood may pool in your legs and torso. Your blood pressure drops and your heart rate slows down. When you suddenly assume an upright position, gravity pulls blood into your legs, which causes a sudden decrease in blood flow to the brain and heart. To compensate for this drop, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, therefore, your blood pressure rises rapidly. In medical terminology, this condition is called orthostatic stress. In individuals over the age of 60, this sudden stress significantly increases the risk of weak plaques in the vessel walls cracking or rupturing. After you wake up, lie still for a minute. Take deep breaths. Move your fingers and ankles slowly. Allow your body to wake up gradually. A study conducted in Japan in 2019 revealed that individuals who remained motionless for at least 1 minute before getting out of bed had a 22% lower risk of morning cardiovascular events. Waiting for 1 minute is completely free. Experience this morning. Stage 2. Sit on the bed in a sitting position and allow 30 seconds. Do not stand up immediately after the 60-second horizontal wait. First, wait sitting down for another 30 seconds. This condition is called gradual orthostatic adaptation in cardiology. When you suddenly transition from a horizontal to an upright position, you do not give your body enough time to adjust blood pressure. Such sudden transitions, especially in the first moments after waking up in the morning, can cause a dangerous rise in blood pressure. However, if you sit down and wait here first, your body will cope with this change in a healthier way. This stage is particularly critical for individuals with high blood pressure or diabetes, as these conditions reduce the vessel's ability to adapt to pressure fluctuations. While sitting, you can gently rotate your ankles and gently squeeze and release your calf muscles. These small movements accelerate the return of blood accumulated in the legs to the heart. According to the recommendations of the American Heart Association guidelines for 2022, this gradual transition should be an essential part of morning routines for individuals over the age of 65. Before continuing, please remember to like and subscribe. The third step is a practice that is little known to many but is supported by scientifically robust evidence. 3. Step: drink a glass of water before getting up. This is an effective method that takes only 60 seconds, requires no cost, and reduces the risk rate by 27%. During the night, while you sleep, your body loses an average of half to 1 liter of water. This loss occurs due to processes such as breathing, sweating, and basic metabolism. When you wake up in the morning, your blood becomes much thicker, denser, and more viscous than at other times of the day. The higher the blood viscosity, the greater the risk of clotting. In the morning, this risk reaches its peak due to high cortisol levels and platelet activity. Thick blood makes the situation even more dangerous. Harvard-Th. A study conducted at the Chan School of Public Health showed that individuals who drank at least 200 milliliters of water as soon as they woke up had a 27% reduced risk of morning cardiovascular events compared to those who did not. This finding caused surprise even among researchers. The fact that such a simple practice had such a significant effect was more than expected. Don't forget to place a glass of room temperature water next to you before going to bed at night. When drinking in the morning, do so slowly and in small sips. Instead of drinking cold water, opt for water at room temperature, because cold water can trigger heart rhythm disorders in some people in the morning. 4. Step: do deep breathing exercise in the first 2 minutes. Although this method is often overlooked by most people, it is an important measure supported by strong evidence in the field of cardiology. When you wake up in the morning, your sympathetic nervous system, or fight or flight mechanism, is activated. Cortisol and adrenaline levels rise, your heart rate increases, and your blood vessels constrict. This imbalance transforms the early morning hours into a cardiovascularly risky period. Deep, controlled breathing restores balance. By activating the vagus nerve, it lowers heart rate, reduces blood pressure, dilates blood vessels, and slows down cortisol release. This process is possible solely through breathing, without the need for medication, supplements, or cost. The procedure is as follows: while sitting in bed, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Wait for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this process 5 times. The total duration will be less than 2 minutes. A study published in the Journal of Human Hypertension in 2021 showed that this protocol resulted in an average decrease of 8 to 12 units in morning systolic blood pressure. With only 5 repetitions, the results achieved in just 2 minutes are remarkable. As a result of regular practice, an 18% decrease in morning cortisol levels was observed after 8 weeks. If you are over 60 years old, set aside these 2 minutes every morning for your heart. 5. Stage: take your morning medications in the correct order. This step is perhaps the least discussed but extremely critical issue. If you are over 60 years old and take medication, you probably take it in the morning. Many people, however, wake up, drink a glass of water, take their medication, and then go about their daily activities. This practice is not wrong, but it is incomplete. First point: always take your medication with at least 150 milliliters of water. Medications taken with insufficient water may remain in the esophagus, especially in individuals over the age of 60, and can significantly affect the absorption rate. Secondly, it is important to remain in a seated position for at least 10 minutes immediately after taking your blood pressure medication. This reduces the risk of dizziness and falls that may be caused by a sudden drop in blood pressure. Thirdly, if you are taking aspirin or blood thinners, always take these medications after eating something. Taking aspirin on an empty stomach increases the risk of stomach bleeding. Finally, do not forget to take your medications at the same time every day. Maintaining a stable active ingredient level in the blood directly reduces cardiovascular risks in the morning. Let's say you have a medication you need to take every day in the morning. This medication reduces your risk of having a heart attack in the morning by 27%. It prevents blood clots. It prevents sudden blood pressure spikes. It increases the amount of oxygen reaching the brain. Moreover, it is completely free and has no side effects. Would you buy this? These 5 steps exactly fulfill the function of that medication. These 5 steps do not cure heart disease. They are not a substitute for medications prescribed by your doctor. They are not an alternative to healthy diet and regular exercise. However, these steps help you control vital biological fluctuations every morning. It provides a defense mechanism to protect your heart during the most vulnerable moments of the day. Moreover, this defense requires neither a prescription nor money. It only takes 5 minutes. If you found this video and found it useful, please share it. Send it to your parents and grandparents. This information is so important it could touch someone's life. Brief summary: remain still for 60 seconds. Sit and wait for 30 seconds. Drink the water next to you. Repeat the 4-4-6 breathing method 5 times. Take your medications correctly. 5 steps. 5 minutes. Every morning. Before going to bed tonight, place a glass of water next to you. And show the proper respect to that magnificent organ that has been working for you for years. I'm Dr. and NBSP, Natalie Harmon. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And in the comments section, state this: which of the 5 steps would you like to try this morning? I read all the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care.